A few years ago, I made a wish concerning all humankind, and that was, I hope people get so tired of the digital world that we all toss our phones aside and start to do things physically again. And I think we're starting to see the first effects of that wish fulfilled. Apparently, astrologically speaking, this year's a big deal. The last time the planets aligned in such a way was when the American Revolution happened. So, good luck. This makes me think of how back in the day we didn't really see the internet as a cool thing, or at least in the common world. The media, content creation, these were all things that you did out of sheer passion because it didn't pay. It was just something you did in your pastime, and it felt so much more special when a YouTuber you liked, you saw in real life, going to events, getting sponsored by, big companies, which are not even close to, the companies now, but yeah, it seems like everyone is an influencer nowadays, and I don't know what to feel about that. I also can't help but feel that our generation is going to be the next silent generation, children of war. We didn't really get to do much during COVID. I was in high school when it first started, so I really feel like I missed out on a lot of formative experiences. We have AI now, which is honestly probably one of the worst things we ever invented. China, USA, Palestine, Israel, Iran, ICE, Venezuela. We have a lot of things going on. And I guess this is just my way of dealing with them while not going crazy. So, first of all, I think it's important to say that you have to make it known to yourself that you are not immune to propaganda. All of your information comes from the same source, usually, if you use social media, and all your media is controlled, so I think there should be an emphasis on exactly where you get your information from. Be mindful of that. And second of all, back to the digital landscape thing. I hope people get so tired of the digital world thing. We see a lot of ads nowadays. I saw something the other day that was apparently the average US citizen in the 1950s saw around 182,000 ads a year. I may be wrong on the statistics. I'm going to check it out. And the average US citizen in 2025 sees up to 2,200,000 ads per year. Is a big number, so that's also something I do as an extra. Whenever I watch something on YouTube or on any other platform, if I'm ever presented an ad, what I do is I literally silent my phone and I close my eyes or look the other direction. What this does is very simple, maybe elementary for some, but I think it gives me a lot more control than you might realize. I'm basically shutting my ears out to the repetitive jingle that's, practically curated for it to get stuck in my head, and I'm also shutting my eyes so I don't get visual, perception of it. Because every millisecond of these ads are calculated to get into your head. So, and it's usually done by the same companies that are trying to, you. So, yeah. So that's another thing. When it comes to activities, as in things that I do, I'm not the best at it yet because I still use a lot of YouTube as a social media, even though I, delete Instagram on and off. It's not really. I can't say I'm completely detached from social media, and I think a part of that is due to the fact that I live in a big city. Whenever I go on somewhere much more, a smaller place, the countryside, I almost never check my phone, and it's the best feeling ever. You start feeling so free, and I'm currently looking on ways to do that in the city, but since I'm not really there yet, I just start by clearing out the things that I know aren't good before adding things that I know are good. So, yeah, this is the first stage of cleaning up during the Aquarius Age, I guess.